Oh, so do you want a jury trial? Because if you're in the car for 2 blocks and you just get in a car with a complete stranger, which, how old are you?
33.
All right, you're 33. I've never heard of somebody running and just picking up a complete, letting a complete stranger pick them up unless they had some nefarious things in mind. All right, the court has reviewed the supplemental. And defense, you wanted to add something?
Yes, Judge, the reports between the narratives and when they list the people involved, there's been some conflict between the different reports. They referred to my client as S1, S2, and I think at one time S3, and they've used the word P1, P2, and P3 and D1 and D3, I believe. We will stipulate that in this case, in fact, my client was the passenger in the car. He was the one that had the drugs. And I think that some of the reports refer to him as S2.
So do you understand your attorney's stipulations and do you stipulate to what your counsel has just stated for the record?
Yes.
Anything else from either side?
State.
I would just ask you, Judge, to give my client probation, and what he did was he's not done anything that was aggressive or use of aggravated. They're third-degree offenses or stage jail offenses, the several different ones he had. He's testified he's had a bad year last year, mentally, emotionally. He has no prior, he has an education, he can go out and get a job. I would ask you to give him a chance on probation. And if you really want to hold a hammer on him, we didn't apply for it, but give him deferred. Really hold a hammer on it, but I don't see any reason for prison for him. I think he can get his life squared away.
All right, the court will note that he's charged with possession of drugs and not possession with intent to deliver. The court will note that there may have been some slight confusion with the police report and the way the police report was written. So the person who is in the vehicle with you, who is she to you or who was she to you?
She was just a friend.
No, I mean, you just don't roll around in a stolen car with just a friend.
If you look at it, I was actually running, I was working out, and she picked me up in that car. So I was in the car for maybe 2 blocks.
Oh, so do you want a jury trial? Because if you're in the car for 2 blocks and you just get in a car with a complete stranger, which, how old are you?
33.
All right, you're 33. I've never heard of somebody running and just picking up a complete, letting a complete stranger pick them up unless they had some nefarious things in mind. Here's the thing, these drugs were found in the vehicle, they were not found on your person. Do you want a jury trial? Because you're telling me now you've gone from I deserve probation to basically I didn't do it. I just completed my workout and I'm running, I guess, as a
No,
part of
I had a bag in the vehicle. I knew who she was. I had a bag in the vehicle that she just came out, and like I didn't expect her to be driving. She just came up.
No, here's the thing. We're not dealing with a stolen vehicle. What we're dealing with is you're in a vehicle with a lot of drugs.
Yes.
So what you just told me, and if I heard incorrectly, please correct me. I take no offense to it. You told me you had just finished working out. You barely know this person and they picked you up. So you got in a vehicle with them. Did I mishear?
That's what he said. That's what you said. That's correct. He also said he had a bag with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a bag in the car.
So these are your drugs.
Portion of them this time.
So why do you have drugs?
Hmm?
Why do you have drugs?
I was pulling down on myself and using the wrong exits to do it. Getting a clear conscience now and having a time to reflect on it. I know it was a dumb decision and it's something I'm never going to do again.
All right, the court is going to find you guilty. I'm going to give you a choice. I will sentence you to 2 years in the prison today, or either I will place you on 8 years probation. Oh, so here's the thing. We don't need people in the background telling him what to do. This is not The Price is Right. All right, so what would
I'll
you,
take it.
all right. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. The state is taking in consideration NIGHTMAG number 751-981, 751-982, 751-984. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice.
Apologies for the interruption.
Yes. Yes. There's to be no contact with. Do you hear that? Am I the only person hear that?
Sounds like music.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you. Oh, no problem. I thought I was, I was losing my hearing. Thank you. There's to be no contact with Savannah Lee, Devin, Devin, Sanchez Martinez. Is there to be any restitution as it relates to this vehicle?
I'm not aware of anybody.
State,
Your Honor,
Yes.
Mr. McGee is not accused of the UUMD that arises out of the same.
That's true, too.
That should be both substance 1
all right, there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors.
Except maybe his child, he has a child, if he has to see a child.
So,
No unsupervised contact with minors.
so to answer your question, Your Honor, there may be restitution, but as far as we can discern, Mr. McGee is not the one.
All right, so you all are not asking for restitution. That's my question.
Correct.
All right, thank you. So there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. The court will waive 50 of those hours once parenting classes are completed.
Probation will go along with something.
And probation, there can be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow TAP recommendations. And there's to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else that you need from the court in order to be successful?
What's your question? Like AA or NA
Okay.
every day?
Anything else you need in order to be successful?
No, ma'am, I appreciate you and appreciate the court today.
All right. Defense, is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony, this is not filled out. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though the probation officer is not addressing those issues, you can come back to the court and address them with the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Yes,
This is an off docket matter.
okay.
Mr. Jones has come to the court with some concerns. He's on GPS monitor
Mhm.
and he would like to see about getting his monitor times adjusted.
All right, so what times are you requesting?
Well, for right now, I have a newborn child.
Okay, congratulations.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's make sure we are giving them the best example that we can. All right,
So I was supposed to be at the hospital at I didn't think I was gonna be here this long, but at 2:30,
Mhm.
I have to, the baby's ready to be discharged.
Okay.
And I have to be there. They don't want me to come in and out from the baby feeding this day, that day. They're gonna do it all in several hours.
All right, any objections to him with the baby at the hospital?
No, Judge, I think there's just other stuff that I think needs to be addressed, and I'll let him explain it.
Okay, so there's no objections to you being at the hospital. Are they still waiting to release the baby? Or have they already left?
No, I need that to do the baby feeding and the CPR class.
Oh, you got to do the CPR classes.
Yes,
You know, back in the day, they didn't give you what is it? CPR classes. They just said, good luck to you and your baby. Yeah, all right.
I'm a full-time student at a South Texas Vocational Technical Institute.
Okay,
I go to school from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
8 a.m. to 1 p.m. That
And-
school.
I'm currently looking for a job
All right, so 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. school. What days?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, okay? And then you have the baby hospital. So there's gonna be no issues with you at the hospital, okay? And there's no issues with school. I think everybody wants you to better yourself. All right, so what's the other issue?
So baby, besides setting up appointments for the baby. Looking for a job, because nothing else really.
All right, so State, let me ask you. Is this something maybe tracking with curfew?
Well, Judge, I don't know if it's been said, but my understanding is that the mother of the child is not present,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a concern, because I don't know who's taking care of the child when she's not around and he's not around.
Okay,
So that's just a concern of the state. I think that since it's really problem.
all right, who's taking care of the baby when you're not around?
Um,
I'm sorry? Oh, isn't it always grandmothers being parents? All right. So he's saying his mom. Any other concerns?
Not necessarily, Judge. I, just to let the court know, I did email the school where he's taking, I believe, combination welding classes that
Mhm.
confirmed that he was attending from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
That's what the coordinator said. And the only concerns are just to make sure that the newborn child is taken care of. That's the other concern of the state.
All right, let me ask you this with regards to the newborn. So when you're not around and the mother is not around, you say that your mom is the person who takes care of the child? All right. Wait a minute, you're just about to say something important and the machine is printing. Okay, yes.
Daycare services,
Okay.
if it's needed.
All right, please check into daycare services. Just don't take your baby to anybody's daycare. You know, people need to start investigating daycares when you're taking your child there. I always would tell clients that I would have, would you just go to a strange house, not knowing anybody, and you just are in there, or would you want to investigate what's going on? So make sure that you investigate the daycare, because your baby is not at the age, I believe, where they can talk and tell you what's going on, right? So investigate, just don't drop your child off someplace, okay?
Yes,
All righty, so. So is there an issue with tracking, or do y'all want to, what I can do is I can try out this schedule allowing him to go to work, go to school full time, be with his child and see how that goes. And then maybe move towards tracking only.
Judge, yeah, I mean, the state's be okay with it. It seems like he at least is trying to excel and going to school and being a responsible father. The concern was that the mother wasn't, I guess, present or not able to be present because of the possibility of incarcerations. And so that was this concern of the state, and this was brought to my attention from probation.
All right, so let me ask you this. Have you had a chance to talk to his mom?
she said she apologized. She's not here. She's looking for parking. She didn't tell me.
Oh, she's driving around?
She's trying to find parking.
Oh, let me ask you, can she zoom in? Does she know how to zoom? While driving? Yeah. Ah,
Judge, and I did tell the state that, in regards to his concerns, there are, field visits that are already, a part of his condition terms
mhm.
to where, our officers will be doing home visits.
Okay, and then what I can say, and as a part of the conditions that I added was that he's to reside with his mom. So you're residing with your mom?
Yes.
So. All right, then, do you want to do tracking only and then we can do an update?
That'd be fine.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do tracking only. What that means is, really, don't go wild, right? Just do your school, taking care of your child, looking for employment. Don't get sidetracked because it's easy to get off that path, okay?
Even before I got it put on Friday, I've been at home and just going to school. I ain't been trying to get no trouble. No.
All right, well, I'm so proud that you're actually bettering yourself. Welding is a good profession. Don't burn yourself too much.
As far as
Well, you know what they say? They say you're not a welder until you're burned. And then I knew an attorney who decided he was going to be a carpenter. He's a carpenter, but he lost a digit. And he said, people say you're not a carpenter until you've lost a digit. As people say, you're not an attorney till you've had a grievance filed against you. There's so many professions like that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do tracking only. And does he have community service hours?
I do.
All right, so Bashan,
Yes, Judge.
he has the community service hours, but I did put down he completes parenting classes and his community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So do the CPR classes, do parenting classes, and then you won't have to do the community service hours.
Yes.
All right, so they'll be tracking only, and then we will recall this for. You all want to recall this in 30 days or 60 days to see how things are going?
Either.
All right. Norma, we're going to recall this. It's 2023 CR 5280. We'll recall this. What's a good time for you to come down? What day of the week? Okay, so any day in the afternoon, we could set it at 2. Get out one. You want to do 2:30?
Yes.
All right, and then I understand if you're driving from school. So we can set at April 7th, 8th, or 10th. So that's Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday. All right, you want,
I ain't got no specific day.
all right, so we'll do Tuesday then. No, usually that's our jury trial date. We'll do it Monday, the 7th, okay? And I'll put you down April 7th at 2 p.m. I'm saying 2 p.m., but I'll write on the docket sheet 2-ish because sometimes traffic is some kind of way. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you're doing well. Keep it up, okay? All right, thank you.
We're gonna do a reset.
Yes, Norma, can you give him a reset form and put 2-ish on there, please? All right, court is calling 2024 CR 0111162, State of Texas versus Nicole Nutter. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Albert Chidas for Ms. Nutter.
And are you Miss Nutter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea on December 20th of no contest. The court waived the repeater allegation without objection. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine and the state is opposed to your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and the TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I'd like to call my client.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Nicole Nutter.
All right, defense.
Ms. Nutter, you're applying for probation. What can you tell the judge that will give her confidence that you're gonna succeed at probation?
And when I plan on getting when I plan on getting out, I plan on getting a job. Staying with my daughter. Just trying to get on with my life and do better. I don't do drugs anymore.
I'm sorry.
I don't do drugs anymore.
Okay.
My legs were run over on December 6th, 2023. And as soon as my legs were run over by the vehicle, it snapped me into reality. And I haven't done methamphetamine since the day my legs were run over.
Now, let me ask you another question. Have you had mental health issues?
They diagnosed me when my daughter was just born, and I denied the drug that they diagnosed me, Depakote, and I told them that I wasn't gonna take it because my daughter was young and I didn't want to be on medicine. So all these years I've been without
Okay,
healthcare.
but what were you diagnosed with?
Bipolar,
Okay, and the Depakote was to treat the bipolar disorder?
yes,
And you were not on your medication?
no.
Okay.
not on my medication.
Now, on this instant offense, were you using methamphetamines when you were arrested?
No,
Were you taking your Depakote or something similar?
no, I wasn't taking anything. I know I had a psychotic breakdown, a mental breakdown. Because there's nothing else that can explain it. I wasn't under the influence of anything. Alcohol,
All right, so
nothing.
here's the thing. You're gonna need to speak up so the court reporter can hear, and
Okay.
everyone else, you need to whisper.
So
And so, when you went over, what was this trailer place that you went to?
it was my friend's house that I was living at.
And were you allowed to be there at the time?
Yes, I lived there with him.
But were you allowed to be there at the time that you went there, when you got arrested?
At the time, well, I didn't think anything of it. Even though we had had like a little dispute a few days like before that, I didn't think because he's my friend.
Had he kicked you out?
Well, he gave me my clothes and I went to spend the night in another friend's house in the
Okay.
trailer park.
Okay, and so, did you intend to burglarize his home?
No, not at all. I just.
What was the
intended to
reason you went there?
Talk with him about
Um,
the cats that I let out of the cages and to let him know what was going on, what I had done.
okay, now, if the judge is gonna consider probation, she's gotta consider what the likelihood that you're gonna successfully complete probation. So you've had probation before, right? And you've struggled with probation.
Yeah, I've struggled in the past.
Has bipolar disorder been an issue?
I believe it's always been an issue. That's why I get myself medicated with methamphetamines. I never got treated until now. And the medicine that I'm on just works really well. I haven't had any of those breakdowns mentally that I was having before all this happened.
So while you've been in county, have you been put on medication?
Yeah, they put me on Risperdal.
Okay, so if the judge decides she's gonna give you probation, do you have a place to go since you're not gonna be living with Tim anymore?
I have my daughter's house. My daughter has an apartment. She's 21. She's here today.
Okay, and so do you have any additional family support?
Her, my children's father.
Okay, all right. Thank you. No further questions, Judge.
Any questions?
Your accident where your legs were run over, you said that was in 2003?
2003, December 6th, 2003.
And so when, have you stopped?
Oh, no, 2023.
Oh,
Sorry.
2023.
23,
Okay, so
yes.
that's when you saved the getting
Yes.
stopped doing drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I just had a question, because you said, I mean, you've been living there with Timothy, correct, at the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, and you guys got into a disagreement a couple of days before, and regarding the cat, correct?
Well, we hadn't really talked about the cats at the time, so that I wanted to go and talk with him about letting the cats out because he didn't hear from me. He only heard from the tenants, so he had never heard it from me. So I wanted to go over and talk to him and let him know what was going on.
And then, but that day, I guess, he had given you your clothes previously to go stay somewhere else, is that correct?
At the friend's house.
Okay. And so then the day that you went back to speak to him about the cats, and you believe that you had permission to be there that day.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, even though he didn't really let you into the apartment, right? In the police report, it said that you headbutted him, but you're disputing that today, right?
No, it wasn't a headbutt, it was,
Kind of like checking him, correct?
chest, yeah.
And at one point he fell down and you're going back and forth with the chest,
Yeah.
correct? Okay, and then you enter his habitation, his trailer at that time, correct, and lock the door.
Yeah.
Okay, and to you, that indicates to you that you have permission to be there?
No, my mental state wasn't normal.
Okay.
I mean, in reality, my mental state was really messed up.
Okay. And in the stipulations that Timothy had said that he didn't know if you were using drugs again, but you're saying that you're not, and it's just a mental health issue.
It was a mental health issue for sure. I mean, my mental health was, I can't even tell you what kind of things were going on in my head at the time that were just not even normal. When I entered Bear County, they put a yellow shirt on me. I thought I was pregnant. I haven't had to sex
Well, that's okay. We don't have to go into
since
that.
December 6th.
That's okay.
So,
I'm
yeah.
done asking you questions.
All right, any other questions?
No other questions for her. I do have one other witness, or I don't know if the court needs to hear, but her daughter and her ex-husband are here. The daughter would just be testifying about the fact that she can provide a home for her mother.
Okay,
I don't know if you need to hear from her. It's sufficient just to know that.
that's fine for me to know that, but if you would like to call them as a witness, we'll have to bring this back in the afternoon.
No, we don't need to do that, Judge.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Well, out of an abundance of caution, I would like to call the daughter just to.
All right, so we'll come back in the afternoon at 1:30 and we'll finish up this hearing, okay? All right,
thank you. Your Honor.
you're welcome. Who is here on Dennis Pena? And the only other people left for you guys, it's Jonathan Alfaro. Who's here on Jonathan Alfaro?
He's down here.
All right, just 1 second, counsel, you can stand here. On Jonathan Alfaro,
He was recently
sanity?
correct, but now it appears to me initially I spoke to the state. I'm gonna have to get him psyched again.
All right,
So my secretary, my legal assistant, Angel, has already started that process, and we'll have to file either this evening or tomorrow.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, on Jonathan Alfaro, can you give me a 60-day reset for a competency evaluation? All right, so Alfaro can go back. It is going to be set for their competency, just to get an update on the competency, and it is March 31st. Yes, and I'm sorry, counsel. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 0000300, State versus Dennis Pena. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Milton Butler representing Dennis Pena.
and are you Mr. Pena?
I have.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Pena, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
And did you sign it?
Yes, I did.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do.
Oh, and we're also going on 2025 CR 0000299. Counsel, did you receive all of the discovery in that case as well?
I did.
In that case, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And Mr. Pena, in that cause number, did you review the application as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And each cause numbers, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it? And counsel, I'm sorry, in each cause number, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
do.
And state in each cause number, you're proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Pena, in each cause number, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Did, John.
In each cause number, do you understand you're charged with harassment of a public servant as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
I do understand.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call?
I do understand.
Did you understand by entering a plea in each of these cause numbers, you were giving up those rights?
Yes,
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in each of these cause numbers?
yes, ma'am.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Pena, in each of the cause numbers, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
I am.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each cause number, did you review the plea bargain agreement with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. The cases will run concurrently. The state will take in consideration 2024 PF 11447 and 735944. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Actually, I believe probation was to be recommended, community supervision was to be recommended.
No, I'm saying what they're taking in consideration.
Oh.
And then the cases will run concurrent and then community supervision. Did you understand those to be the pleas in each cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense,
Yes.
state?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
None.
Outside the agreement in each cause number, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
I did.
Then into each cause number, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State in each cause number, any evidence?
Objection.
In each cause number, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. In each cause number, the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd ask that you go along with the state's plea bargain.
All right. Are you employed?
Not at the moment.
All right. When's the last time you were employed and what did you do?
The dishwasher at Margaritaville, downtown the River Center Mall.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Right.
Do you have a place to live if you were released?
At my mom's.
And did you ask your mom if you could stay with her?
Yes, ma'am. I've been talking to her every day.
Okay. And is there any drug issues with you?
Uh,
All right, well, why were you spitting on officers?
I was actually, me and the officer were just, he had thrown me to the ground and I was kind of upset at him and I made a bad decision and it was just a bad choice that I had done. Because he had thrown me to the ground, he had actually thrown me to the ground and threw me in the car and it was just a bad choice.
All right, this is what the court is going to do in each cause number. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, field visits 1 time per month for 3 months, 150 hours of community service restitution, and anger management. Probation, is there anything else? And I'm so sorry. Each case number will run concurrently, and the court is taking in consideration the previous cause numbers that were mentioned on the record as a part of the plea bargain agreement?
Approach Your Honor.
Yes. All right, did you review the documents entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome.
It looked really good. Taste-wise, it is also very good.
থ্যাংক ইউ
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম এন্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি। আমি মৌসুমি।
মৌসুমি কি বানিয়েছেন?
এটা হচ্ছে চকো ক্যারামেল চিজকেক ব্লসম।
Looks beautiful. I think আজকের দেখা one of the best presentation.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন আপনি?
আমার ছোটখাটো একটা বিজনেস আছে ফুড নিয়ে, পাশাপাশি আমি ট্রেনার হিসেবে রাজশাহী মহিলা টিটিসিতে আছি। আমি মাস্টার্স কমপ্লিট করেছি হোম ইকোনমিক্স থেকে, আর এছাড়াও আমি হোটেল ম্যানেজমেন্টে ডিপ্লোমা করেছি, আর এখন করছি হলো কুলিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা। এছাড়াও আমি কিছু লেভেল কমপ্লিট করেছি যেটা কুকিং এবং বেকিংয়ের উপরে।
সো আপনি রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার?
জি।
সো রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার হিসেবে ইউ হোল্ড আ ভেরি হাই পজিশন ইন দ্য সোসাইটি, রাইট? সো ওই পজিশন থেকে এসে এরকম একটা প্ল্যাটফর্মে দাঁড়িয়ে নিজের খানাকে প্রুভ করা, দ্যাট টেকস আ লট অফ গাটস। অল ইউর স্টুডেন্টস আর ওয়াচিং, যারা আপনাকে চিনে তারা দেখছে।
জি।
অ্যান্ড এটা তো অ্যাবাউট নাও তো 50-50, ইট ক্যান গো এনি ডিরেকশনে। ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন নিয়ে আমি বলেছি, ইট লুকড রিয়েলি গুড। টেস্ট ওয়াইজ ইট ইজ অলসো ভেরি গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এভরি লেয়ার, ডিফারেন্ট এলিমেন্টস অফ ইট ভালো লেগেছে।
জি।
নিচের সসটা ভালো লেগেছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমাদের যদি সিলেক্ট হয়ে যান তাহলে কিন্তু একটা লম্বা সময় থাকতে হবে, মানে এত কিছু বাদ দিয়ে ওইটুকু কি করা সম্ভব?
সম্ভব, কারণ আমার বাচ্চারা খুব করে চায়, এটা তো আমার ভালো লাগার একটা জায়গা যে আমিও চাচ্ছি এখানে যেতে। সঙ্গে আমার বাচ্চাদের খুব ইচ্ছা যে তার মাকে এই পজিশনে দেখা যাক, তো আমি হয়তো বা জবও ছেড়ে দিতে পারি এখানে যাওয়ার জন্য।
মৌসুমী, আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিব, ঠিক আছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আসুন।
ইয়েস, পেয়ে গেছি আমার কাঙ্ক্ষিত কার্ডটি। যদি আমি অ্যাপিরনটি পেয়ে যাই, তো আমি যেখানে জব করি তাদেরকে আমি জানাবো আমি ছুটি চাই 2 মাসের জন্য। যদি তারা মানে রাজি হয় তাহলে ওকে, আর যদি না রাজি হয় তো আমার স্বপ্ন পূরণের জন্য আমি জবটা ছেড়ে দেব, তাও আমি যেতে চাই ঢাকা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আমার নাম তাসনিয়া আলী।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
আমি বানিয়েছি বিফ লাজানিয়া।
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম এন্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
সো এটা পারফেক্ট আছে?
আই হোপ সো।
ইটালিয়ান আইটেমে কোন উপাদানটা ছাড়া কখনো ইটালিয়ান ডিশ হয় না?
টমেটো আর মজরেলা, ওদের প্রত্যেকটা আইটেমে কাইন্ড অফ এই দুইটা জিনিস কনসিস্টেন্ট থাকে।
অরিগানো অলসো।
অরিগানো অলসো, ইয়েস।
এখানে মজরেলা আসছে?
জি, হোমমেড মজরেলা, যেটা আমি নিজে বানিয়েছি।
Homemade?
জি।
I am very impressed যে you make your own mozzarella.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আর কি কি ইটালিয়ান ডিশ তুমি ভালো তৈরি করতে পারো?
স্প্যাগেটি উইথ মিট বলস, এটা ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি বানাই। আরেকটা হচ্ছে তিরামিসু।
বাংলা খাবার বানাতে পারো?
জি পারি।
5 ফোড়নে যে ব্যবহার করা হয়, 5 ফোড়ন নাম শুনেছো?
জি।
5টা মশলার নাম বলো তো।
মেথি, মৌরি, কালিজিরা, জিরা, নর্মাল জিরা অ্যান্ড না সরি লাস্টটা মনে পড়তে
রাঁধুনি থাকে ওর মধ্যে।
ও হ্যাঁ, সর্ষে
রাঁধুনিও থাকে, রাঁধুনি থাকে। মনে করেন আপনি সেরা রাঁধুনি হয়ে গেলেন,
জি,
15 লক্ষ টাকাও পেলেন,
জি,
দেন করবেন কি?
আই থিঙ্ক কুলিনারি আর্টসে একটা ডিগ্রি পারসিউ করব ফার্স্ট অফ অল। অ্যান্ড বেকিংয়ে আমার আরও বেশি অনেক কিছু যে অনেক টাইপের আইটেমস আছে, সো ওগুলো আমি হচ্ছে আমার প্রফেশনালি শেখার ইচ্ছা আছে, তো আমি মোস্ট প্রবাবলি স্কিল বিল্ডিংয়ে ইনভেস্ট করব সবার ফার্স্ট।
So for now, we'll give you a waiting card. ঠিক আছে?
Mình sẽ tô đến cái phần quyển sổ là kiểu quyển sổ bệnh án ấy, mình sẽ tô đến cái màu xanh này. Đem đê xuống cho nó giọt vào mồm ấy hả? Đê. Cho tầm 3 giọt nhé. Ừ. Hả?
আপনার রাইস যেটা জি খুব যে খারাপ হয়েছে সেটা না।
On top of that, it is slightly overcooked.
আমার নাম প্রীতি ইসলাম। আমি আজকে কোকোনাট রাইস রান্না করেছি, কোকোনাট রাইস উইথ গ্রিল চিকেন অ্যান্ড কোরিয়ান্ডার সস, সাথে পামকিনের আরেকটা সস দিয়েছি। ডেজার্টে দিয়েছি বাহারি মোহনভোগ।
আপনার মানে এই যে রেসিপি জি সব কিছু মিলিয়ে কি মনে হয় সেরা রাঁধুনিতে পার্টিসিপেট করার জন্য এটা দিস ইজ বেস্ট রেসিপি?
জি আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে এটা বেস্ট হবে।
প্রীতি, ফার্স্ট থিং আমি আপনাকে টেকনিক্যাল জিনিসটা বলি,
Yeah, sure.
ঠিক আছে? It's very dry. Second জিনিস হলো গিয়ে whole roast is not the ideal thing to do when you're serving this at a restaurant or এরকম একটা কুকিং শোতে. You don't expect the judges or the customer এটাকে কেটে নেবে. On top of that, it is slightly overcooked.
এখন একটু আমরা টেস্ট করে দেখি। আপনার রাইস যেটা জি খুব যে খারাপ হয়েছে সেটা না, ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আর ডেজার্টটাও মাইল্ড, মানে মিষ্টির ব্যালেন্সটা ভালো আছে।
জি জি।
কিন্তু ব্যাপারটা হয় কি যে যখন আমরা অডিশনে আসি তখন এতগুলো জিনিস দিয়ে আসলে অডিশন না।
আমি
দরকার
এনেছি
ছিল
কারণ
না।
আমি হচ্ছে ফুল প্ল্যাটারটাই সার্ভ করতে
ঠিক
চেয়েছি।
আছে,
এটা আমার ইন্টেনশন ছিল।
এতগুলো না দিয়েও আপনি শুধু একটার উপর যদি ফোকাস দিতেন
জি জি।
তাও মনে হয় আপনার
আমি
বেস্ট হতো।
সবগুলোর উপরে সমান ফোকাস দিয়েছি, বাই মিস্টেকেনলি একটু ফল্ট হয়েছে হয়তো, কিন্তু আমি চেষ্টা করছি খুব যত্ন করে করার অ্যাকচুয়ালি।
আসলে যত্নের ছোঁয়া এখানে আছে আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি, এবং রেসিপির মধ্যেও আমার কাছে ভিন্নতা লেগেছে, আর কিছু টেকনিক্যাল ফল্ট আছে। তো আমার মনে হয় ওইগুলো যদি একটু কারেকশন করা যায় তাহলে ইট ওয়াজ গুড।
প্রীতি, the chicken has flavor, চিকেনটা মজা, সসটাও মজা, রাইট? বাট বেসিকে প্রবলেম হয়ে গেছে। বেসিক ইজ আপনার কুকিংটাই তো ওভারকুকড।
আমাকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি পোলট্রি চুজ করতে হতো মেবি এই ক্ষেত্রে।
ফার্মি মুরগি ইউজ করলে মনে হয়
পোলট্রিটা
জি।
বেশি জুসি।
অফ কোর্স।
আমার এটা ফল্ট হয়েছে, এটা আমি বুঝছি।
প্রীতি, আই থিঙ্ক ওভারঅল টেস্ট ভালো আছে, অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক ইটস আ গুড এফোর্ট। উই ওয়ান্ট টু গিভ ইউ আ চান্স।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওয়েট করেন, আসেন আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেওয়া হবে।
আমার খুবই ভালো লাগছে যে আমি ওয়েটিং কার্ডটা পেয়ে গেছি। আমি কিন্তু কনফিডেন্ট ছিলাম যে আমি ওয়েটিং কার্ডটা পাবো, আর আমি এখন অপেক্ষায় আছি নেক্সট রাউন্ডে ঢাকা যাওয়ার জন্য। আমি আশাবাদী যে আমি ঢাকা পর্যন্ত যেতে পারবো।
Hello, xin chào các bạn đến với kênh YouTube của mình nha. Hôm nay chúng mình sẽ cùng nhau tô màu bức tranh Một bông hoa mặt trời. Chúng mình cùng tô màu nha. Một bông hoa mặt trời, mình sẽ tô phần đôi môi nha, với cái màu đỏ nè. Đây là đôi môi nha. Với đôi môi là cái màu đỏ. Mình đã tô xong nha. cái màu hồng. Cái màu hồng phấn mình sẽ tô hai bên má nha. Hai bên má bằng cái màu hồng phấn này. Mình đã tô xong một bên rồi này.